Hey guys, and welcome to your daily December download. Today I'm going to be showing off my video game collection. My physical and my digital games, technically. The digital part is going to be less fun, but I have a lot of physical games, and let's start with my worst collection, my PS2 collection. This is one of the first PS2 games I've ever owned. Not because I bought it or anything, Aero Elite Combat Academy. Sega. The only reason I have this game is because my dad had it. My PS2 was a hand-me-down from my dad, so a lot of my games that I have for the PS2 are hand-me-downs for him. And I remember playing this, and I couldn't get past the tutorial. I couldn't figure out what to do. I probably could play this game now and figure it out, but I've never gotten past the tutorial because I was a child, and I couldn't figure out the instructions. I don't know if they told me the instructions or I was supposed to read the instruction manual first, classic. But, I don't have much memory of this game besides being really confused, but I liked flying around in the tutorial. I just couldn't figure out what it wanted me to do. Next, we have Crash Tag Team Racing. This is another game I never really got too far in, mostly because I didn't want this game at all. This was a game that I got in a collection of games that I didn't want with a game that I actually wanted. And I didn't even ask for these. He just sent them to me anyway. And this was one of them. And this is not a good game. I thought the opening cutscene was kind of cute. And after that, I kind of just got lost trying to figure out what to do, and I didn't want to play the game anyway, so I was like, yeah, this sucks. I don't even think I've ever gotten to the racing portion. If I did, I only played like once or twice. This is probably one of the worst games I own in the PS2 lineup. Next, classic Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now, funnily enough, I actually played this game initially when I was 4 or 5 years old at my cousin's house because he had a PS2 and I just played it. And he was kind of a jerk because he let me play the game and do whatever I wanted. I remember driving around in fire trucks and stuff like that. I really wanted to drive around in a fire truck. And then, because you're a kid and you don't understand how games are made, you start asking questions like, what's the limits? And it's like, and I asked him, can I swim to Antarctica if I swing in the one direction long enough? He told me yes. So I spent an afternoon trying to swim to Antarctica. It was a whole thing. I was 5 or 4. It was very young. But I actually haven't played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas recently. I only own this game because it's one of those things that came into a collection of games with other games that I didn't want. The game that I bought, by the way, I don't own anymore because it didn't work. It was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. The disc didn't work, and I spent $60 on it, and I was very upset. And it came with all these other games that I didn't want, but hey, I got San Andreas. I could say I have it. I own it. I haven't really played it, but I do have OG San Andreas, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. Now, this game is a banger. This is Dragon Ball Z Super. It is one of the best fighting games in the Dragon Ball franchise before Fighters came out, because it's a real fighting game with real combos and stuff. It is very, very fun, and I constantly play it with my cousin when he's over, and the disc, I think, is in the PS2 because he played it last time he was here, because it is not in the case right now, but I do own it, and I do have it, and it's in the PS2, trust me. But it's a great game, and it's a little dated in some areas, but it has a lot of cool ideas going through world. Like, sometimes you could knock through stages organically, and it's really cool. I love doing that. The combo system is pretty simple, but, you just use your quarter circles, backwards quarter circles, your zigzag moves. I know they're not called zigzag moves, but that's what I call them. And it's a good time. If you ever get a chance to get it on an emulator, or you just have a PS2 sitting around, I heavily recommend trying it out. It's pretty obscure because it got overshadowed by the Budokai Tenkaichi games on the PS2 and the other Budokai games, but great game. See, this is a game that I actually have not played. I'm not going to lie. This is EA Knockout Rings 2002. I own it, and I think I maybe played it for like 5 minutes, and then deleted the memory for space for games I cared more about. This is one of my dad's hand-me-downs. I don't have too much to say about this, so yeah, you're seeing why the PS2 collection is my worst collection. This is another game that came in a pack of games that I didn't really ask for. I played it for like 2 seconds, most likely. Yeah, I didn't put much time into this, I'm not gonna lie. Mortal Kombat Deception, not my jam, but I still own it. Here is the speedrun category. All my Maddens that are hand-me-downs from my dad. So, well, actually, all my Maddens. There we go. All my Maddens that are hand-me-down from my dad. This is when Madden was good. Madden 03 and Madden 04 are pretty old, especially 05, but 06 and 07 are peak. These are the best Madden games to ever exist, and we have not gotten back here. You see that thing right there? Exclusive NFL license. That was Joe over. After that moment, it was over for this franchise. It was over for that. These were the last 2 good games. Hall of Fame, and I have the Hall of Fame to either hand out for my dad. I spent most of my time in 7. 7 is probably the one that I find the most enjoyable, and the one I have the most nostalgia for, but I know some people say 6 is actually the best one, but these are classics. This is when sports games actually meant something to someone, and now they don't, and it's sad. While I'm going through my disc games, I also have NBA 2K10, which is also peak, and PES, Pro Evolution. I haven't played this one, I'm not gonna lie, but I played this. This game's really fun. Busted, janky, but really fun. 2K used to be good also. Another one of my disc-only games, I know, sorry, Spider-Man 2. See, I like Spider-Man 2. I think it's one of the most overrated video games in retrospect, because the only thing that's good about this game is the swinging. This one I did buy purposely, by the way. But like the only thing good about this game is the swinging, and everything outside of that is very mediocre to bad. The graphics are bad for the time. The combat is not very good, and the story is kind of butchered. They do some fun stuff, especially with the Mysterio plotline, but overall, it's a pretty shoddy game overall with a really good swing system that makes it endlessly replayable. Even then, I say that the swing system is overrated. We have long surpassed it. Web of Shadows had a better swing system than this game. I know the webs didn't attach to buildings to Web of Shadows, but holy crap, it felt better, and you could do more, and it was more succinct. Web of Shadows is the peak of swinging until the new Spider-Man 2, which it's not that good. Everyone needs to stop sucking this game's dick. It's not it. Now I have Pac-Man World 3. And the only reason I have Pac-Man World 3 is because my aunt bought me Pac-Man World 2 and Pac-Man Rally. But for some reason, I haven't been able to find those games in years. I don't know where they are. I had them at some point with the PS2, and then we gave the PS2 to my sister, and then she broke the PS2. She broke the PS2 that my dad had, and then the games disappeared over time, and the only thing that survived was Pac-Man World 3, the worst game that I had. Pac-Man World 2 was good. Pac-Man Rally was good. This was mid. This is trash. This is not it. I didn't like this as a kid. I didn't want to keep playing anymore. The first sewer level was just so boring and so unfun. I was like, this is not it. This is not good. This is terrible. Never play it. Play Pac-Man World 2. Bad game. I don't know what this is. This is one of the worst Sonic games of all time. Not Sonic Heroes itself. Sonic Heroes is a perfectly fine game all on its own, but Sonic Heroes PS2 made me hate this game for a very long time until I played the GameCube version. I don't have the instruction manual, but I do have the game. See, right here. The GameCube version is far better. This was ass. This game's so buggy. The frame rate's so bad. It's a terrible experience all around. I would never wish this on my worst enemy. Just don't play it. Don't play it. If you want to play Sonic Heroes, play the GameCube version, play the Xbox version. Don't play this trash. Next Sonic game in the list, Sonic Mega Collection. Why did I buy this? Because I felt that I should. Because at the time, it was before Sonic Origins, this was considered the best collection of the classic Sonic games. And then I played it, and I was like, yeah, it's alright. I think a lot of the nostalgia, a lot of the hype behind this collection is nostalgia, because it's just a standard port collection. And no wonder they sold it for like $20. It's like, it has like some nice flair to it, but it's a pretty standard collection with some really standard to below substandard emulation. I understand a lot of people grew up on these games, so they have a special, it has a special place in their heart, but I'll be the first to say, pretty okay collection. It's fine, but like nothing special. Alright, Sonic Riders. Sonic Riders is great. I played this on the GameCube and I played this on the PS2. Both versions are good. You're not missing out, at least in my opinion, if you live on either. Got the instruction manual on the disc inside. This game is sick. Wish it had more content though. That's the biggest problem with this game. It's great, but it has no content. And because it has no content, it's hard to recommend it seriously. And it's no wonder that it has died off as a franchise, because this was the best one out of the trilogy. Zero Gravity is a worse version of this game. And then Free Riders is Free Riders. So, it makes sense why the franchise is dead. I do like this game. I think it's very fun. I probably forgot to put it on the Sonic game tier list video, but it's good. It's great. Love Riders. Wish it had more content. I hear people like this series. I've never played it. Spider-Man 1 is not very good. This game is not very good. It's old, it's clunky. I think it's more graphically superior to its sequel, but it is very, very clunky and not something I can honestly recommend in modern day. It's trying. It's the first one of its kind, but you know, also like the fact you couldn't touch the ground is kind of like a, dang, are you stupid? why am I not able to touch the ground? Like, when did GTA 3 come out? Like, people have been able to touch. Jack and Daxter came out. I know it's a licensed movie game, so it was punching above its weight at the time. This game is like pretty mid. It's not very good. I didn't grow up with it, so I have no nostalgia for it. I just playing it as someone who heard about it, and yeah, no, Spider-Man 2 is a vast improvement over this. But it's probably, in the Spider-Man series, it's probably okay, but like, as a game, it's just kind of mediocre. I don't know what this is. This is all, but looking at this cover, this is when they were like putting just CG renders on top, and like, you know, they thought that was good art direction, and it wasn't. I can't imagine this being good. I don't know if it's good. I just don't believe you if you tell me that it is. Never played it, so I can't say too much. And that is my PS2 collection. That's why I said it's my worst collection, because it's something that a lot of the games in there are stuff that I either haven't played or things that were hand-me-downs from my dad. There's only a few things in there that I actually had a general vested interest in that I own. And the ones that I did have a vested interest in have disappeared because, you know, time. Great. It's great. But let's move on to my next collection. Okay, so we just did PS2. Now we're going to my PS3 collection, which I am far more proud of. not the best game to start off to be proud of, but this is The Amazing Spider-Man, and I liked this game a lot as a kid. Because I was in a gap of not owning Web of Shadows or having the PS2 Spider-Man games, there was a period of time where, sadly, this was the only open-world Spider-Man game I had. I had Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time, and I don't have those games anymore because I sold them because I was a child and I needed the money. That's the reason. Anyway, so yeah, I liked this game a lot as a kid, but in modern day, I kind of think it's just a 6 out of 10. It's okay. It's serviceable. The swinging is basic, but kind of satisfying to look at. The web rush was a great addition. Too bad it's just automates the swing. The combat is punchy and snappy, and like it feels good to do, but it's like worse Arkham, and doesn't really get what made Arkham so fun. So I'm gonna leave it at, it was a good game for me as a kid. If you're a kid, you shouldn't be watching this video, but if you're a kid, you probably would enjoy it. I can't say I enjoy it too much nowadays, but I do have a pretty good time just because, hey, nostalgia is a thing. This is my era. So, we got Dragon Ball Budokai HD Collection with Dragon Ball Z Budokai and Budokai 3. I got this at a GameStop, I think. I think also Amazing Spider-Man was a game I got at I got most of my games from GameStop, or people gifting them to me. And Amazing Spider-Man was like one of the few games I ever bought myself for full price. This was a game I picked up used because I had a friend who kept complaining that I didn't have any fighting games that he wanted to play. So I bought a bunch of anime fighting games so he would get off my ass. I'm not joking. That is the exact reason why I own some of the fighting games that I do own, and this is one of them, but this is one that I actually don't mind. I haven't played much of Budokai 1, I'm not going to lie. I know some people would call that sacrilege, but the combat's just a little clunky here. Budokai 3 is my jam. Me and my cousin would play this a lot, and me and my family just generally would play it a lot, like my sister and my other cousins and my friends. We would play this a lot back in the day, which also inspired me to buy a bunch more Dragon Ball games, like Raging Blast 2. I don't have the official thing, as you can see, GameStop. Here's the disc inside. This game has issues now. It sometimes doesn't load when I put it in the PS3. It's a little depressing, you know. I guess it has some scratches on it. It doesn't look that scratch, but for some reason it has a hard time memory loading into the PS3 sometimes. Might be a problem with the PS3, might be a problem with the game. I couldn't tell you. You could tell how much money I spent on this. It was just an embarrassingly high amount. But it's like Raging Blast 2, great game. I had fun with my friends. I think it's too complicated for its own good, though. It has the biggest problem of it has too many things you can do, but you're never actually going to use those things. I think you can play Raging Blast 2 at a high level play. I'm just not the guy who's going to do that, especially when I was a kid. We were playing these games for fun, which is also why we would jokingly play Dragon Ball Ultimate Tenkaichi. This game we knew was not very good. We knew it wasn't technical. We knew it didn't require skill. Didn't mean we didn't like playing it just for the spectacle. The spectacle of this game was like so insane at the time that like we did not care. We did not care. We played the shit out of this game, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. This game was sick. This game, it literally survives off of the cool factor alone, because the gameplay literally comes down to rock, paper, scissors, and it's very easy for one person to steamroll just by constantly getting lucky with rock, paper, scissors. It is insanely simple, but hey, it's insanely cool to look at. It's a very cool cutscene action game. And if you thought we were done, no, I also played Xenoverse. No, the freaking thing that has died for our sins so we can get Budokai Tenkaichi 4. This game's mid. I didn't like this game. I like the story mode well enough. I knew like it's like, and I like doing some of the stuff there, but I never really played online. I never really cared about create a character games, and this game is also one of the reasons why I wasn't really excited for Sonic Forces, because a lot of character games that like were doing this, and I didn't like it when this game did it. Why would I like it when Sonic doesn't? And because I don't care about playing as a custom character. I'm not that guy. It's not me. I like playing as the characters I like already, not really someone I created, because that's just far less interesting to me. I know for some people it attaches them to the character more, but that's just not me. And the combat in this game was weird. I remember I liked it at first, but I grew to dislike it on multiplayer. It was fun to play against CPUs, but it was terrible to do actual 1v1 in real life with, and I never really liked it that much after that. It was kind of disappointing, because I liked it, because I only bought this game because my friends had the PS4 version, and I got the PS3 version because I one time played it in a mall, and it was like the Goku Piccolo battle, and I actually thought, oh, this is actually kind of fun. And then I got the game, and I had my fun with it for a while, but, you know, I also have not played it now in years, and I don't feel any urge to ever play it again. So, obviously, I don't want that. These are a package combo. We got Infamous and Infamous 2. These are the first Sucker Punch games I've ever played. I never played the Sly Cooper games before. These are the first games I actually ever played. Why do they have Uncharted 3? Hey, they were really trying to sell copies of Infamous 2. Anyway, I love Infamous. I think this game's good, and I think this game's great. It's a great improvement. I think this game has more inherent popular zeitgeist for some reason. But I think 2 is the better game all around, better traversal. The ice powers and fire powers were really sick. I think the first game suffers from being an early PS3 title. Well, early is, I think it also you start off too weak. It is really good, but you start off really, really weak, and that kind of hits the pacing and the kneecaps at the start of the game, while this game got way better as it went along, and I'm glad that it ended the way that it did. Too bad we got more Infamous, but, you know, the ending of this game, good or bad, is pretty sick. Oh yeah, the choice system. Before I leave these games alone, the choice system in this game. I had never played an evil campaign. I only played the good campaigns. I should probably replay these games sometime and do the evil campaign. But as of right now, I just haven't had the time to go back and play like 2 open world action games when I have 50 bajillion other open world action games to play. So I haven't gotten back to these yet. I will get back to these and do an evil run. But yeah, I had my fun in the good run, and I'm glad that these games exist. Please stop asking for more, though. Let the series die. These ones are also a package deal. The Kingdom Hearts games. Yeah, buddy. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. I actually haven't really played the PS3 version of 2.5. I have this game, just to spoil a bit. I rebought these games on PS4 when I got my PS4, and had a great time there. I did, in fact, though, play through KH1 on my PS3 completely way through, and almost beat Chain of Memories for getting to the final boss and wanting to kill myself, so I didn't. I didn't beat it. But I did eventually beat all these games on a different thing, but Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite franchises ever made. Kingdom Hearts 1's a 10 out of 10. Kingdom Hearts 2 is a 10 out of 10. Chain of Memories is mid. And the story for 358 is great, and Birth by Sleep is surprisingly good. But I don't even think I watched the recoded cutscenes. But yeah, love these 2 games. They're a great collection of some great games. You can buy the new version for really cheap on PlayStation Network, and even Xbox and PC. It's more expensive. Little Big Planet 2. This was a game that actually came with my PlayStation 3. Me and my sister played it a bit, and we enjoyed it. We didn't beat it, because, you know, I have a habitual habit of not beating games. So I still haven't beaten Little Big Planet 2. I would like to get back to it at some point, after I finish Little Big Planet 1. And the reason why I didn't finish Little Big Planet 1 is because the only reason we had it is because my dad had it. It was his game. So, we played it on his PS3, then I got my own, and it came with Little Big Planet 2. And I had a great time with it. Don't have a strong enough opinion to give a solid thoughts on it, but hey, Little Big Planet 2, it was fun. Now, you know, more Madden. These are also my dad's. I actually like these Maddens. One of them has a replay feature that I really liked when I was a kid, and I like seeing it. And one of them had like a really good injury system that I really liked, and that's why I kind of stole these from my dad at some point. They're still his games, but you know, I just never gave him back. He's downstairs. I could do it anytime. I just, you know, you never asked. Metal Gear Solid 4. I bought this game actually pretty recently, right before they announced that they're actually just going to be re-releasing all the Metal Gear Solid games on modern consoles. I thought, oh, you know, they're never going to do it, so why do it? And then they did it right after I bought the game. I'm so sick. I bought it for $25. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I have it. And I wasted my money. Bad timing in a nutshell. Next we got MP, and don't mind the case destruction. Kind of came like this. I only bought this for my cousin Tashi because he likes 2K, and we wanted to. I figured he'd like to play a 2K that just wasn't stuck on the PlayStation 2, and I didn't have a PlayStation 5 yet, so this was the best I could do. Yeah, this isn't mine. It's basically my cousin's. It just sits in my room. Let's use Naruto. This is Naruto. And before you ask, okay, so I bought this at GameStop. I bought this online, and this was one of the games that Ninja Storm, Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, which I do love to death. It's the Naruto game that I've played the most. And the first one I've actually played a lot of too. I haven't played much of 2 and 4. This one I also bought online, but the reason why I don't have a cover is because a friend of mine, my best friend, asked for the cover for whatever reason. I forgot. Oh yeah, they were using it to cover up a game that they didn't want their mom to see, so they asked if they could use a cover for one of my games. So I gave them the cover for this game, and I never got that cover back. And I think that didn't even work. I think they didn't get away with it. I think they got caught. So everyone loses here. I lost a cover for no reason. Luckily, the manual's right there as a replacement cover, but now this thing's so naked for no reason. It's so stupid. But yeah, I like both of these games. I think the first one has a cool open world concept and has some really cool things that they didn't bring back, like wall running and jutsu classes. I know people didn't like those, but I thought they were cool, even if they didn't make sense. But 3 was the most competent gameplay-wise, and it's probably the one I have the most hours in. I know 4 is better, and I played a little bit of it, and it has more tech and is more technical, but this is my favorite because this is the one that I played the most. If I played 4 more, I'd probably enjoy that, and I plan on playing Connections at some point. I think I had Ninja Storm Generations also. I remember having that game, but I think I sold it or gave it to my friend because I felt that it was like too similar to Ninja Storm 3. I felt that it was like the same game. So I didn't want it. But I did have Ninja Storm Generations at some point. I think I loaned it to a friend and then he never gave it back. It makes it sound like my friends are thieves. Let's just get all of these out of the way at the same time. Sonic 06, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform, Sonic Generations, Sonic Unleashed. So, story time. I bought Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed at the same time in a very, very weird situation. I bought it along with Sonic and the Black Knight, I think. I was at a GameStop, right? And there was supposed to be a deal going on, and I only had so much money, and I was trying to buy Sonic 06, Sonic Unleashed, and Sonic and the Black Knight because the deal was like two for one. And for some reason there was like an issue with the deal and everything, and but the GameStop guy really helped us out. He worked with us for like almost an hour, and then we had to go across where I live to some other GameStops to pick up the games. And we got the games before sunset, and were able to get home, and I was able to play the games and own them. I went through a lot of trouble to get a hold of two games that one game is really, really bad, and the other one is a game that I like, but I don't like as much as everybody else. I also have a story about Sonic Generations. This is the first full price game. It's the first game I ever bought. Well, technically, it's the first game I went into a store, I pointed at, and I got. And the thing is, I tried to buy it. I was out with my aunt at the time, and I told her, when I saw the game, this game literally came out on my birthday, and we were out for my birthday weekend. The game came out a day before I got the game. This game is literally intricately tied with me because it literally came out on my birthday. November 1st, 2011. We're soulmates, me in this game. But I wanted to buy it. I saw it in the store. I knew I was never going to get a chance again. I knew I had money at home. Kinda. I had money at home, but not really. I had money from my birthday, and then I also had I had money from my birthday, which I didn't get a lot of that year. I didn't get a lot of money that year, but I had money from my birthday, and then I also had bottles. And I thought I had enough money for the game because this was $50 at launch, so it was $55 with tax. So I bought it, and so I convinced my aunt to buy it and said, I'll pay you back when I get home. So then I got home, I had the money, and I was short by $10. And I had to, so I went out to the garage and said, here's bottles, I know they're money, and these should be able to cover the rest of what I missed. And everyone looked at me like I was like ridiculous, and they were like, just keep the game. I was 10, by the way. This happened. It's really silly, but I have a really special story time with this game. It is definitely my favorite game of all time. It takes a lot to beat this game, because not only is it well designed and everything about it is like top tier, it also is literally came out on my birthday and is tied to some very core memories. There was a period in my life where I was sick of this game, though. There was a period in my life where I was sick of this. I played it so much for so many hours. It's probably the game I've actually played the longest ever in my life, and I played it for so much. And my cousin, every time he came over, he also loved the game, and he wanted to play it all the time. And I just wanted to play something different. So there was one time where I literally hid the game from him so he couldn't find it. And lied and said, oh, sorry, man, I don't know, I guess I lost the game. And he, we're kids, so he believed me. And I hid it just so we could literally do anything else, because I was sick of playing this game all the time every time he came over. That's what happens when you play a game all the time. And Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform, best racing game ever made. There's never been a 10 out of 10 racing game. This one's a 9, and I haven't found a perfect racing game. All it would take is this game, again, with more content and better graphics, and we are in this po for real. This game is amazing. I've been playing it since 2012, and I have not stopped, and I will not stop until they make a good Sonic racing game again. Or Mario Kart steps up his game to catch up. But yeah, that is my Sonic PS3 collection. I have every major Sonic release for the PS3. I used to have Sonic Gems an Ultimate Genesis collection. I think I sold it at some point. I sell a lot of my games, if you haven't realized. I was a broke kid, needed money. This is my other Spider-Man game for the PS3, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Love this game. It's great. I wish it worked. That's the biggest problem with Spider-Man Web of Shadows, is that it's an amazing game that doesn't work. If it worked better, I think I could give it a 10 out of 10, but it's so buggy. It's such held together by glue, but not even glue, gum. It's held together by gum, and it is so patchwork together. And the frame rate's so inconsistent. It's just, oh no, I can't give this game anything higher than an 8. I love it so much. I love the combat. I love the choice system. I love the swinging. But god dang, this game is held together so patchworkly, man. And I can't in good faith call this peak, but it's a great game. I love it to love. Now we have the Uncharted games. You're gonna notice something. Why do you have Uncharted 1 and why do you have Uncharted 3, but you're missing Uncharted 2? Well, you see, kids, I didn't play Uncharted 2 until I got the remasters, and I never beat Uncharted 1 until I got the remasters. The only game that I played really was Uncharted 3. I do like Uncharted 1. I think it's aged the worst out of all 3, obviously, but it's a solid, good game, and I appreciate what it does. It kind of has the problem of it kind of is really, really repetitive. Of go to room, shoot people, light platform to go to room. It doesn't mix it up enough to get interesting, but it doesn't keep it stale enough to get boring. Solid game, but could be better. I think it still has the. Okay, actually, that's really, I never actually looked inside this, actually. A quick detour. This is really cool. Man, remember gaming manuals? Remember when they were cool? Remember when they tried? God, this feels dude, this is getting sucked into another world here. It has the whole thing with the colors. Oh, it looks like Nathan Drake's Notebook. Oh, man. It's so, oh, man. I'll say one thing. Instruction manuals, I miss them. Uncharted 3, another game I missed instruction for. This game has went through some crazy wear and tear. How I got this game is people get mad at me. I sold almost every single Wii game I had, including including Mario Galaxy, to get this game. I'm not joking. I'm not memeing. That is exactly what I did to buy Uncharted 3. I sold every Wii game I owned, including one of the best Wii games ever made, Mario Galaxy, and Wii Sports. I sold everything for this game. And I was happy. I had no problem with that. This was another game that came out in 2011. It's not too long after my birthday. I bought it the next year, and so it was still relatively new when I bought it, and I played the crap out of this game. I played it on every difficulty, including crushing. I played it sometimes I would just replay missions for fun. This was one of my this and Sonic Generations were my favorite games of all time. Now I can't say that. Uncharted 3 has some issues, narrative-wise and gameplay-wise, that kind of hold it back from being the best in its original trilogy. 2 outclasses it just by enough. It's still an amazing game, but 2's just better. And last, but definitely not least, the PS3 collection, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This game I actually got pretty late in my lifespan of having a PS3. It's one of those things I bought when I had money. And I love this game. I bought it on PC, so that's where I primarily would play it now, because, better everything. But great game. Great fighting game. Awesome. I love Marvel. I like Capcom. Combat in this game is so good. And it's super flashy and super fun, and I recommend it to anyone who likes having fun with hyper fighters. Great time. Don't play 4. Don't play 4. 4 is insanely disappointing. And that's the end of the PS3 section. Let's quickly cover my Nintendo content. Alright, so these are the only 2 Wii games I own anymore, as you guys probably remember from a few seconds ago. I sold almost every Wii game I owned for Uncharted 3, so I don't have them. And then I had a Wii U, and then I sold every Wii U and Wii game I had for money to buy Apple Music. So these are 2 things that I bought recently. I didn't own Sonic and the Secret Rings as a kid, nor do I like this game. This game is garbage. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't like it. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Kill it with fire. I hate it. I hate it so much. Also, ever notice that these things have the exact same back? Like, it's the exact same like, it's the same thing. He's doing a slightly different smile, but it's the same pose. Is this like the only pose they knew how to make Sonic know how to run in the 2000s? It's like a weird thing. Like, no one ever mentions it. Everyone knows that this is E10 plus and this one's E. I mean, this one deals with death more, but like, they don't say that on the thing. They say fantasy violent. I don't know. This one involved, you know, a lot of it. This one says, Sonic says opening the ring is so powerful it could open the gates of hell. Like, he says that in this game. Like, it's a real thing Sonic says. And that's rated E. This was E10. I guess Knuckles does try to kill himself. Another thing that's real. Don't worry about it. Sonic's weird. Anyway. Yeah, I hate this game. I like this game. I played this game a lot as a kid. I did not play this game at all. My friend had this game, and he liked it a lot. And he would tell me about how cool it is. I got this game for him for his birthday. I think. Yeah. We went to the roller skating ring in my town, and that was his birthday. Yeah, I remember. And that's where I got him this game. And I just realized the camera is at an annoying angle. That would anger me. So I'm sorry to anyone who got frustrated by that camera. Luckily, it was only a few minutes. Luckily, it wasn't the worst thing ever. But anyway, yeah, no. These games, interesting, weird games. It was supposed to be the Sonic Storybook series. I wish we did get more of the Sonic Storybook series. Maybe we could have gone Sonic in Greek mythology, Sonic in the Wild West. Man, Sonic would have been crazy as a cowboy. Holy sh... Dude, imagine... Anyway. These are my only Wii games. Alright, so that was the end of my retro console collection. But I do still have handhelds, so we're not done yet. So, this is Sonic Rush Adventure. This was the better Sonic Rush game that nobody played. I love this game. It's great. And more people should play it. I want you to play it. That's why I'm doing it first, because I'm trying to give it a spotlight so you guys can know that this is the better Sonic Rush. I know everyone loves Sonic Rush. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But this one's better. Trust me. Trust me, dude. The only reason no one talks about it is because no one owned it. It sold like half the amount. It was 2007. Sonic was in a bad place. But the shit was fire. Also, of course, I have Mario 64 DS. I had, 3 bonus games because you're a gamer. I bought only this game, right, online, and then I got a bunch of other games that I didn't really ask for. That keeps happening to me. People keep giving rid of their games on me, which is kind of cool, but like also, then I don't have, I don't want to play some of them, and it's like, it's nice, thank you, but like I kind of don't care about those. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Mario 64 DS, I'm gonna be real, I played most of this on other people's DSs, not actually on my own. I didn't own this as a kid. A lot of my DS games actually got stolen when I was very young, at church, of all places. Someone stole all my DS games, so a lot of the stuff in my DS collection is stuff that either survived that or things that I bought later over time just to rebuy them or get back into my childhood. So my DS collection is actually kind of weird. So continuing off of that, let's look at the baby, the ones without a case. We got the original Sonic Rush, Sonic Colors DS, Toy Story 3. This was a freebie. I never actually played. Pokemon Soul Silver. People may be confused. Didn't you say that you never played a Pokemon game? I haven't. I just own this because somebody gave it to me. I've never played a Pokemon game in my life. Actually, this is very much not my rodeo at all. Sonic Classic Collection. This is a game I bought twice because I've lost it twice. Hot Wheels. This one's an OG. That's one that's actually been in my collection forever. Call of Duty Black Ops. This one was something that I actually kind of got as an extra in the game collection. And then I have my advanced games. That's just Sonic Advance, Sonic Advance 2. Can you tell I'm a Sonic fan? And Final Fantasy Dawn of Two Souls. This is when I was getting to Final Fantasy back in 2019, 2020, and I wanted to try it out. So I got my DS and I started playing it on this. I need to find my original DS now that I'm thinking about it. I might need to buy another one. Oh, that sucks because I actually can't remember where because I lost my DS at some point. And my sisters aren't, so these advanced games are kind of useless to me at this exact moment. My sister's is somewhere around here, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, this is my little mini collection. And you know what? While we're here doing the DS games shtick, this one slipped by. Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. Yeah, I had this one. This is the only Mario and Sonic Olympic game that I have, but it's the best one, and I like it a lot. The only one worth playing. Yeah, that was just one I missed. I also got Mario 3D Land, which I have not played yet. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't played this at all. It's not something I've really gotten to. And Super Mario 3DS. I own so many Mario games that I've never played. I hear this is like a worse version of the Wii U version, which that sucks, but hey, I own it, and it's a part of my collection officially, even though I haven't played them, and I might play them one day. But hey, I have them. Won't be using the 3D feature because I don't have a 3DS. I only have a 2DS XL, so, it's what you do. So, it's like, while 3DS is not really retro, it's almost there. It's like 13 years old. Like, it's getting kind of old. I would say it's retro after the Switch 2 comes out, because that's 2 console generations ago. It's like, and we don't sell 3DS games anymore. They're gone. But it's a pretty old console. Not the oldest thing ever. But so now, officially, including my handhelds, that would be the end of my handheld and console retro collection. Oh crap, I forgot about the digital PS3 games. Let me go do the digital stuff really quick. So this is my PlayStation 3. It's actually been a while since I've actually uploaded, been on this. I uploaded a video yesterday, but it's just nice. This is like my nostalgia right here, this video. Like this whole thing, this crossbar. They don't make UIs like they used to. Now I sound old like all the other people. But, so, I actually did not play a lot of online games as a kid. I didn't have a digital card or a credit card, and my parents didn't give me theirs, because they were good parents, unlike a lot of people. So I only have these 14 and a broken controller that doesn't hold a charge for longer than 2 seconds. But these are the games I had on here. I had J-Star's Victory vs. Plus, which is great. Well, it's not great. Actually, not very good fighting game at all. But it's the only reason I like Gintama now, because I decided to watch the show because of this game. It's the only reason I found out anything about Yu Yu Hakusho. So I call it a complete W. Like, this game introduced me to some 2 10 out of 10 bangers. So I regard it for that. It's not a very good game. We can just play it for fun, not because it's good. Then we got the Devil May Cry HD collection. This was my first time playing Devil May Cry. I bought it, as you can see, in 2016. I never got to Devil May Cry 3 on this platform. I ever played DMC 1 and DMC 2, and then I just stopped. I didn't get to 3. Yeah, I know. That is a problem, and I still haven't beaten 3. Okay, let's move on before I can make more people mad. So, then we have Life is Strange, which I have not beaten. I probably should. I remember liking it. I got like a few chapters in. I never beat the game, obviously, but like I said, but I guess I got it at a Christmas sale. But yeah, no, I liked what I played of it. I got spoiled to the ending. I know, like, the teacher's the bad guy or something, but, and this game is, like, piss old, but, you know, I enjoyed choice-based games. I was just a little disheartened when I found out that the choice doesn't really just comes down to be a lesbian or save the town, and that's, like, the whole bit, and, you know, not as interesting as it could have been. But what I did play, I did like. I just feel the ending is very anticlimactic. Street Fighter 4, the only Street Fighter I played. See, I bought this game for a very specific reason. I bought it because my friend got Street Fighter 4 Ultra for his PS4. As you can see, I had a PS3 for a very long time. The PS4 was out at this point. It's like, so they had a PS4. They were playing Street Fighter 4 Ultra. It was before Street Fighter 5 dropped. And I played Zangief, and I was really good at kicking his ass, like 30-0. It was really bad. He's a sore loser, so he then practiced Zangief on his own in a corner. And the only reason I knew how to play Zangief to any degree is because I read this manga, High Score Girl, and one of the girls plays Zangief, so I understood the moveset to a certain degree, and I just kept winning because I kind of understood how to play Zangief to a certain level. So then I bought the game just to make sure I couldn't fall super far behind, but I didn't buy Ultra because that was more expensive, so I bought Arcade Edition, which was an outdated version of the game, but hey, Zangief was still in it, so it didn't really matter, right? Next we got Grand Theft Auto 5. I haven't beaten this game. I've, as you can see, owned it since 2015. Doesn't mean I've beaten it. It has been sitting on this list for years. I got to a certain point in the story where I had enough money and guns with Franklin to do whatever I wanted, and I just did that. And then I found out about cheats, and then I just used cheats. I've never beaten this game. The story never gripped me that hard, so I know how it ends, but I've never beaten Grand Theft Auto 5, and then I bought it again on PS5 and proceeded to not beat it again. So, you know, the tradition continues. Amazing Spider-Man 2. I spent full price on this game in 2015. The game was not new. The game was not new. I didn't know. I just entered high school, you know. I didn't hate Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I liked the first game, you know. I beat it, man. I nearly 100%ed it. I got all the costumes. And then I just woke up and I realized I'm forcing myself to like this damn game. This game is ass. I never picked it up after that. This game's terrible. I hate you. Now we got peak PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I'm one of the 10 people who care about this game. I actually really like this game a lot. I didn't really play Smash Bros. That much unless other people had it, and I only bought Smash Brothers with my Wii U. So this is before my Wii U. So this is what we played at my house when people were over, bootleg Smash Brothers. And we had a great time. I actually liked playing most of the characters in the game. It's actually how I got introduced to a lot of these characters. The only character that no one was allowed to play was Kratos. You weren't allowed to play Kratos. Kratos was busted, and if you know, you know. But like, yeah, Big Daddy, Sly Cooper, there's tons of memes and inside jokes related to this game. There's a bit, Sly's special is a bomb move, and when my friend we would play on the blue stage, which was this game's version of Final Destination, and he would turn invisible, which would make him impossible to see on that stage, beat us up, and then go up and then do his special, and he would just say bombs forever, and then yeah, there's a lot of good memories, you know. So I like this game a lot. I know it's not a great fighting game, but it's special to me, you know. Now here's a really good fighting game: Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I bought this game on a whim. Heck, I didn't even buy it. This makes this makes apparently my PlayStation 3 actually slightly more valuable than the average PlayStation 3, because apparently this game doesn't exist anymore on PlayStation 3. You can't buy Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So if you want a legal copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you gotta have a PlayStation 3 or on the other version of the game. And I had this, and I love it. And I didn't even buy it. Like I said, I didn't even buy it for money. I got a rebate from, I spent enough money on the PlayStation Store, apparently, that Sony said, hey, here's $15 to spend $10 or $15, whatever you want. And I just was like, I don't know. And then I saw a whole thing. I saw a video. Yeah, I saw videos of some call me Johnny. Yeah, it was SGB. SGB, they were playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I was like, ooh, I want to play that. So then I got it. That's it. That's the only reason I got it. What year? Is it even saying the year I picked it up? Yeah, I picked it up in 2013. Yeah, that's how long ago I picked this up, and I've had it for 10 years. I should play it again sometime. It's really fun. I just have no one to play with, because all the people I would play with don't. We're all separate now, you know, and yes, you know, stuff happens as you grow up. Sonic the Fighters. See, I would say this is a good fighting game, but I wouldn't know, because I am not good at it. Never learned it. We just mashed buttons, bro. We just vibed, mashed buttons. This is an old game. I made my first PlayStation friend on here. I was a little kid. I was like 12, it seems like. No, I was 11. It was 2013. Yeah, I was 11 at the beginning of that year. So I just turned 11 a few months ago, and I was playing this game online, and this guy was kicking my ass, and I was like, hey, I just got the game today. Go easy on me. and then we talked a bit, and then like we became friends on PlayStation Network. He was one of my few friends I had, and I played him with his. I never had a much of online presence on PSN, but that was one of the few friends I've ever made online, and that was pretty cool. Trash. Garbage. Trash. Garbage. Peak. Well, garbage pork, but peak game. 9 out of 10. Well, I've already talked about Sonic Adventure. This is like a 25% of Sonic channel. Yeah, if you're subscribed, you know what this is about. I like Sonic Adventure. This is how I played it. This is when I didn't like it, though. I bought it in 2012. I've been playing Sonic Adventure for 11 years. I bought it then. I think what happened, I didn't beat this game until like I was an adult, because this was my only way of playing the game. I didn't have a PC yet. And then even then, I couldn't beat the big stages. I couldn't beat them. I couldn't beat Ice Cap. Froggy just kept letting go. And so I gave up. And then years later, I got past that one, and then I got to Wave Ocean, and then he wouldn't let go. And I was like, I'm out. I can't do this again. Until years later, and then I finally finished. Yeah, so my adventure, I never beat Sonic. It took a long time for me to Sonic Adventure, but damn. Love it. I used to love you. I seem to have bought these right to back. I bought Sonic Adventure 2 first, and then I bought Sonic Adventure. That's funny. Yeah, no. I used to love you, man. You used to be my goat, bro. You used to be me. You used to be like right under Sonic Generations, and then I became a man. I used to love this game, but not as much anymore. It's still good. It's a 7 out of 10, but it has so many issues that I can't, in good faith, call it like one of the best games in the franchise. Unless I want to lower my standards for the whole franchise. So, I can't do it. Improvement. I do find it funny that I bought Sonic 4 Episode 2 first. I bought it first because it was newer. I think I bought it, like, considering the year, I bought it, like, pretty close to when it came out. I think I just wanted it then because I think I had Sonic 4 Episode 1 on my phone, and then I heard Episode 2 was better. So I bought this first, and then I bought Sonic 4 Episode 2. I mean, Sonic 4 Episode 1. So, yeah. I rock with it. It's just okay, though. It's an okay game. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just okay. The first game I ever bought on PlayStation Network was Sonic CD. And I didn't love it. I tried to like it a lot. I really tried. I swear I tried. And I lied to myself at first, and it's just disappointing. It's mediocre. It's fine. It's not my thing. And it's the worst classic Sonic out of the original 4, and it's just not for me. I'm glad for you. Glad if you do like it, and one day I'll finish that Sonic CD video, but yeah, well, that's my PlayStation 3 list. I don't have many digital games, so that's the last thing we're gonna do before part 2. Yeah, because this video is running long. You see how long it's running? I can't do it all. Well, I'll cover my PS4 and PS5 collection.